then came back with a win. But Janowski off the inside, he's in the box seat. Zagar also on the outside is riding beautifully tonight. Great lineup.
Yep, certainly is. Heat number 18, the back four. Janowski has made the start on Pedersen. Now Killerman is trying the inside. Zagar has blasted around the outside.
Whoa!
No room for Pedersen.
Big crash.
That is a nasty one. All three riders down in an untidy heap. Nobody was giving anything there. There's no way anybody was ever going to give way.
No room, was there? They all ran out of room, three abreast, and it's tight. The fence comes back to you there, and Peter Kilderman was on the inside of them, but there's Zagar who was making that big sweep. Pedersen writhing around on the floor as well. Concern for both those two riders.
Well, just hope they're going to be okay. Never like to see anything like that because it was at a fast part of the track as well.
Zagar's set up, Nige.
Good.
Zagar is set up. I'm concerned about Nicky Pedersen. Pedersen was writhing around on the ground there momentarily. And that was a heavy impact, and riders, as you rightly say, were giving it all. No quarter arsenal given.
High speed.
Very high speed. No room down the back straight. Three abreast. Doesn't work here. And two top riders coming down heavily there.
Yeah, shaping up to be a terrific race. We await the decision of the referee. He's going to have to make a decision, but of course, everybody concerned for these boys, Matti Zagar and Nicky Pedersen. Hope that the boys are going to be okay. And
well, Zagar is sat up, which is encouraging and has been spoken to. Just to the right of that. You see it again. Initially, of course, the inside gate working well. Janowski. Watch Zagar there. Lifts violently, runs very wide. Peter Kilderman coming across. God, that is tough.
That's a tough one to call as well, because Killerman could argue that he had the advantage there.
Chops back to the inside. Just them in front. Nicky Pedersen there, just not giving anything. And there's the contact. He throws the bike away, and
Nicky's
then his
sat
bike.
up. Nicky Pedersen is sat up, by the way.
Oh, that's a tough crash. Bikes and bottles there, all over the place. I really don't know what Jim Lawrence is going to do here. Such a difficult call. Peter Kilderman coming across. On that angle, it looks like Kilderman just cleans up Pedersen, and then it's just carnage from then on in. But the turn back from Peter Kilderman is perfectly entitled to do that. And it's...
Nicky's sat up, just taking some water in, which is good to see. Oh
my goodness. If those boys get up and walk away from that, they are very fortunate indeed. That is an awful looking track. Pedersen up.
That's great to see, Nicky Pedersen.
What a tough customer.
Oh, he's a tough boy. No doubt about that.
Difficult call for the referee though, Nige. I'm not sure which way that's going to go.
No.
You could say Peter Kilderman's at fault for just riding across, but he was in front of Pedersen. Not enough room down that back straight. We've seen a couple of instances now where they really do run out of room very quickly, but Jim Lawrence taking his time here.
Killerman will argue here, he's half a bike length ahead.
Yeah, he's in front of him.
Well, he's going to have to call it somehow
If he
here.
excludes Pedersen, he'll say that Pedersen should have shut the throttle now. But he's got no choice. He's so quick. Zagar's the innocent victim there. He's charging around the outside, minding his own business. And now look at this, the door shut, big time. Oh, tell you what, Zagar would have been panicking there.
Well, this is huge drama. Matti Zagar is walking back to the pits as well now. Both Nicky and Matti have walked back to the pits, which is great.
What a crash.
Well, these boys are tough. Bit of ice treatment for Matti Zagar.
Miał zgodnie z terminarzem odbyć się jutro z drużyną Ostrowi-Ostrów Wielkopolski, więc na to pierwsze zwycięstwo gnieźnianie poczekają jeszcze kilkanaście dni, przynajmniej do 14 czerwca. Przed nami wyścig 14. Widzieli Państwo skład tego wyścigu. Przemysław Pawlicki,
którego nie ma już
nie zdążył na start, rezygnuje z tego startu. Przemek Pawlicki osamotniony. Krzysztof Buczkowski kontra Greg Hancock i Emil Sajfudinow. Fatalnie to wszystko wyglądało. Podniosło motocykl Krzysztofa Buczkowskiego.
Tutaj trzeba dodać, że troszeczkę Krzysiek Buczkowski chyba przesadził, wynosząc się na zewnętrzną Widział tam, że jedzie Emil Sajfudinow. Bardzo, bardzo nieładny wypadek. Z całym impetem zawodnicy uderzyli w ostatnią bandę dmuchaną. Bardzo źle to wyglądało. Miejmy nadzieję, że wszystko będzie w porządku. Poczekajmy na decyzję lekarza.
Wcześniej zrezygnował ze startu w tym wyścigu Przemek Pawlicki. Widocznie jednak troszeczkę jest poobijany. No ale no to, czego nie chcielibyśmy widzieć na żużlowych torach nigdy. Karetki pogotowia. Na torze leżą Krzysztof Buczkowski i Emil Sajfudinow. Kibice oklaskami dodają otuchy obu zawodnikom i licząc, tak jak i my i wszyscy sympatycy żużla, że i jednemu i drugiemu się nic nie stało.
Krzysiek Buczkowski staje, widzimy.
O własnych siłach.
Tak, miejmy nadzieję, że Emil Sajfudinow także pechowo ten rok zaczął się dla Emila. Początek sezonu, złamanie obojczyka na krosie, teraz też wypadek. Na pewno nie zrobił nikt tutaj nic specjalnie. Walczyli do końca. Miejmy nadzieję, że Emil wstanie o własnych siłach i będzie wszystko dobrze.
I też teraz my tego... O, jest Emil Sajfudinow, też wstaje o własnych siłach.
Bardzo
Twardzi
ładnie.
ludzie, prawda?
Tak jest,
Wyglądało
bardzo
to
ładnie
fatalnie. Teraz
wyglądają.
popatrzmy na powtórki tego, co się zdarzyło w wyścigu numer 14.
Dobry start właśnie drużyny mistrza świata Hansa Nielsena. Tutaj troszeczkę został wypnięty. Sajfudinow nabiera prędkości po zewnętrznej. W tym momencie tutaj Sajfudinow zahaczył. Na początku myślałem, że troszeczkę tu się, chciałem bardzo przeprosić Buczkowskiego za to, bo myślałem, że on się troszeczkę wynosił, ale tutaj widać,
Się
że
szczepili motocyklami chyba. Tam
tutaj
był kontakt po prostu.
Sajfudinow, podobny wypadek do tego, który widzieliśmy tydzień temu. Tutaj widzimy, że Sajfudinow zahaczył o kierownicę Buczkowskiego, no i automatycznie szczepili się wtedy motocyklami, uderzyli w bandę. Podobny wypadek do tego, w którym Trojanowski z zawodnikiem z Bydgoszczy, z Jędrzejewskim, tak, uderzyli, tylko że oni na prostej, bardziej na prostej, a tutaj widać właśnie w tym momencie tutaj Emil Sajfudinow zahaczył właśnie za kierownicę Buczkowskiego. Bardzo dużo szczęścia, że ktoś wymyślił te bandy, Barry Briggs, naprawdę coś wspaniałego, fantastycznego dla zawodników. Przy takim uderzeniu w ten płot naprawdę byłoby nieciekawie. Tutaj widać, jak się ładnie odbił Buczkowski, upadł na tor. Wstali, zeszli o własnych siłach do parkingu. Tak jak już mówiłem z Rafałem Trojańskim. Na pewno będzie bolało jutro.
No właśnie, a jutro mecze ligowe.
Tak, bardzo ważne mecze ligowe. Leszno, Grudziądz także. Miejmy nadzieję, że dojdą do siebie, chociaż nie będzie to łatwe, ponieważ zostało kilkanaście godzin do tych meczy.
Miejmy nadzieję, że to szybko wszystko przejdzie. No, Krzysiek Buczkowski taki troszeczkę oszołomiony. Myślę, że nie ma... mamy decyzję sędziego Marka Wojaczka, wykluczony z powtórki. Krzysztof Buczkowski nie wystartował w tym wyścigu i przekroczył limit 2 minut. Przemysław Pawlicki, a więc pojadą we dwóch, choć pewnie długo zastanowi się Emil Sajfudinow, czy wyjedzie na tor. Ja nie wiem, czy pewnie my byśmy chcieli to oglądać, choć no co za emocje, jeśli dwóch zawodników z jednej drużyny wyjedzie, tak?
Taka zadość, musi po prostu to stać, że muszą wyjechać na tor i dojechać, chyba że tutaj sędzia podejmie jakieś inne decyzje.
No niestety, no takie są uroki żużla. Fajne święto, fajne ściganie, fajna zabawa, dużo uśmiechu, dużo radości, dużo kibiców na trybunach, no i czasem zdarza się tak, że no gdzieś tam ułamek sekundy, gdzieś tam szczepienie motocykla z drugim motocyklem, ktoś przeszarżował, ktoś gdzieś pojechał nie tak, jak pewnie powinien, no i kończy się tym, że mamy groźnie wyglądający karambol, na całe szczęście bez konsekwencji. Jedyne konsekwencje i to te konsekwencje, które być powinny, to że pękła banda, ale ona ma pęknąć, jeśli amortyzuje i przejmuje całą energię i impet, z jakim wpada w nią żużlowiec i to jest jej zadanie i ona swoje zadanie spełniła i
W 100%.
tak jak tutaj Tomek powiedział,
widzieliśmy
ktoś
tutaj.
kto to wymyślił, kto to opatentował i kto...
She's in the first two here in this second semi-final. Troy Batchelor off the inside in red, Kenneth Pierre gate 2 in blue, Andreas Johnson gate 3 in white, and Nicky Pedersen off the outside in yellow.
Well, three of these riders have really found it difficult this year, and it is, you know, they weren't making semi-finals earlier on, and all of a sudden they have, you know, with crunch time coming and Grand Prix futures on the line, they have upped their game. Fantastic for them. Got to say, Nicky Pedersen's going to find it tough here because coming from the outside, which has proved very difficult this evening, Pedersen's going to have to be at his best here if he's going to make a final.
Very close to the fence on gate number 4. Here, this is the second semi-final. There's a point back for Pedersen to go. Can he get there? What a ride! Oh! Pierre's down! Yep, Kenneth Pierre down. He's landed awkwardly there in that first turn.
Yeah, and Nicky Pedersen had made an absolute rocket from the outside. That's the sort of thing he can produce, but that was a heavy fall for Kenneth Pierre. High siding, just getting squeezed up. Mechanics, his brother, sprinting across the centre green. Concern for Pierre.
Yeah, it's a heavy impact fall, isn't it, that?
High speed.
Yeah.
And a high side where you get flipped over and get slammed into the track. I think he hit the track before he hit the air fence, so plenty of concern for him.
Yeah, I'm sure that the referee will look at that and maybe put all 4 back in. I'm not sure that we're going to see a replay at this stage until we know that Kenneth's going to be okay.
What a start from Pedersen. You build it up, Nige. He was the sort of rider. I thought it might prove to be difficult from there, but he proved me entirely wrong. Brilliant start. Bike's being carried away. Yeah, that looks second hand. Hard impact for that. And the rider. The body took a real big blow when he got flipped over. And just from the high speed, it looked like he actually slammed against the track first before he hit the fence.
Yeah, fingers crossed for Kenneth. It's a high impact crash there for the Dane, who has ridden very well tonight. His brother Lasse Pierre is there, and his father as well, overseeing the situation. Let's hope he's going to be okay. He's holding his hip at this moment in time. So fingers crossed he's going to be okay, but let's see it again then, Kel.
Yeah, Pedersen from the outside makes a really super start, and Pierre there on gate 2 just gets clipped on the inside and then has nowhere to go. And it's just a racing incident, you know, they're just squeezing up. Semi-final number 2, not a lot of racing room, no malice here at all, just no racing room left for him with Pedersen coming over so hard from the outside and Batchelor in amongst it. But a very tough fall for Pierre. And I would like to think all 4 would be put back here. I can't see any reason why somebody would be excluded there. Classic case of first corner bunching. No exclusion light on from Marek Wojciech, the referee. But fingers crossed that Kenneth Pierre can actually take his place in rerun, because you can see there when he hits the track, that would have at the very least have knocked all the wind out of his sails.
Well, if Pierre is fit, all 4 riders will be
horrible feeling, and a nasty fall with his arm outstretched. He's going to be feeling that, Nigel.
We're still down on that first turn area, but the referee, just to confirm, has said that all 4 riders back for the restart. I would say there's got to be some sort of concern as to whether Kenneth can take his place in the restart.
Well, his arm is outstretched, and sometimes you can either break your collarbone or dislocate your shoulder when you go over the high side. He's sort of been thrown clear of his bike, which is good news. But it was a heavy impact, it was a heavy fall for him. And he's a rider that's had a dreadful injury history, dreadful, broken legs on regular basis. And all credit to him, he's battling back. But at this point in time, when having enjoyed such a good night, 10 points to his name before semi-final number 2, battling for his Grand Prix future.
10 points from his rides tonight, and he's up, he's standing up. I like that, great to see. Take his place in the restart, because it was a heavy impact fall.
Speedway's a tough game, isn't it, Nige?
Kenneth, you're in the restart.
No, understandably, plenty of time been given to this rider. Crucial race for him. It's been spoken to. Good to see him up and about, but can't quite see the expression on his face, whether he's in pain or whether he's just beginning to recover, getting over the incident. A certain amount of shock involved, of course, always when you get thrown, and a hard impact off the bike. Just taking his Kevlars off, and want to have a little bit more of a look at it. See it again. Pedersen, as we said initially, this is an excellent effort from him. He comes across and a bit of contact from Batcher on the inside, no racing room, and that he gets thrown down hard, doesn't it?
Yeah. We are being told that Kenneth Pierre is communicating to the staff down there. Kenneth Pierre is communicating to the staff down there that he wants to ride in the restart.
Well, that's encouraging. And that shows again how committed riders are, speedway riders are. They get thrown and bashed up big time, but they want to get back out there. That's how keen he wants his Grand Prix future, doesn't he? And he's a rider that Chris Louis was interviewing earlier on, and he's got a twinkle in his eye. He's got that confidence back.
Yeah, enjoying his speedway.
Yeah, and clearly feeling a bit knocked about and worse for wear, but a bit battered and bruised, but he wants to get back on the bike and give himself a final here tonight in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, he's been in a fine run of form, Kenneth, and 10 points tonight, very quick, away from the start. Also, he's been in the thick of the action with the racing as well. It's not just all been from the gate with Kenneth Pierre tonight.
He was involved in a great race with Chris Holder earlier on, wasn't he, when Holder did actually get the better of him, but it was just a proper speedway race that we witnessed. Kenneth Pierre there just taking his time, but he looks like he's obviously feeling the full effects of it, but I reckon he's just beginning to shrug that off, and he's going to be putting his helmet on and raring to go for semi-final number 2.
Fair play to him, absolutely brilliant to see. He's got a smile on his face now as well. These boys are unbelievable. And just look at this, he's smiling and walking away from this, remember?
Boom. Ooh. It's there when the arm's outstretched where he was vulnerable to an injury, and fortunately he doesn't get collected by his bike, he gets thrown clear, and that was good news for him, but I would think initially he was just feeling the effects of it, and almost certainly he would have been winded when he came off the bike.
Yeah, he's going to be sore tomorrow, Kel.
Yeah, he'll feel like a herd of elephants have run over him in the morning, but won't worry about that if he's won the final and he's made it.
Yeah, place in the final on the line, so here we see the World Championship standings. Christoph Kasperzak 103 right now, and lower down, currently in 11th place. Troy Batchelor's on 77, Darcy Ward we know is suspended on 75, but Pierre on 70, level with Martin Smolinski. 2 more good rounds after tonight. He could well be top
Well,
8.
he's showing the speed that would suggest he has a very good chance of making the top 8 if he can maintain it. Consistency at this level is very difficult.